Another week, another boss event, and we have Lich to deal with on the cabin with absolutely zero restrictions or modifiers. Now, it does seem pretty boring, but the silver lining here is it is least cash, which is definitely one of my favorite ranked game modes. And the score we are going to aim for in today's video is going to be sub 800k, which would put me well within the top 5. So let's hop right into it. All right, here we go, guys. We are going to start this event off with a free dart monkey, and then I'm going to save for my hero Benjamin as soon as possible. Now, I think with the strategy I'm aiming for, there's a bunch of heroes I could probably end up using, but the reason I'm going Benjamin is basically just to help my farming, especially in these early game rounds, which will be needed since this event did not give us any extra starting cash. But either way, while we get through these early game rounds, I guess I can talk about my general strategy. How am I going to defend the Lich the cheapest way possible? And my plan's pretty simple. That's going to be a Ninja Paragon at a minimum degree 40. Now, why am I deciding on the Ninja Paragon of all things in degree 40 in specific? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, I did a lot of testing before this boss event even started of which Paragon degrees from certain Paragons I would need to defend Lich. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the other cheaper Paragons just don't have the juice to defend Lich. Dart Paragon's not strong enough, Boomerang Paragon's not strong enough, which actually was really unfortunate because I thought it would be strong enough with the changes where the Boomerang Paragon has an ability now. But the problem with that is the Boomerang Paragon ability actually heals Lich when you use it, so it doesn't really work well against this boss. And then lastly, the Submarine and Tac Paragons are not strong enough to defend tier 5 Lich on this map unless you have an absurdly high degree for them. So that's basically my reasoning as to why I decided on the Ninja Paragon. It's the cheapest thing that will defend. Now you could say, Ryan, what about a least cash strategy that does not involve a Paragon, such as a Ninja Bloonjitsu spam or a Sun Avatar spam? Which you guys have probably seen strategies like that on my channel before. They are very strong. And I think a strategy like that would probably work well too, but the thing about it is since we're facing off against Lich, with those strategies you can't use a lot of the buffs such as Perma Brew, Overclock, Homeland Defense, which makes spam things a lot weaker. So yeah, we're gonna do a Paragon today. Either way, as far as my early game farming is concerned, we just have a 2-0 farm currently, and I'm gonna work this towards a bank as early as possible. Dart Monkey and Submarine also should be able to handle everything for a while, especially if I utilize Benjamin abilities at good timings. I'll need to use a Ben ability here when the pinks come out. Hopefully I can snipe that red balloon. Ooh. Do I snipe these balloons? Kind of. I can tank 2 lives. That's fine. Okay, it's looking like I will afford my bank at the start of round 18 here, which is pretty early given the circumstances of this event. And the nice part about having bank with Benjamin, of course, is starting at level 5 Ben, all my banks will earn plus 5% income. Now, there is one noteworthy thing about the placement of Benjamin I have, and that's the fact that his line of sight's blocked by the trees. You basically always want to block his line of sight when you get the chance, because the Bloon Trojan from Benjamin loses you money and loses you Paragon pops in the later rounds. But if Benjamin's line of sight is blocked, he will not throw that Trojan, and you will not have the drawbacks of it. I definitely need to get more defense here soon, though. Submarine and Dart Monkey are starting to struggle. Could add a Ninja, which I'm leaning towards, because we're going to be going for the Ninja Paragon, obviously. And as for the village location, I think right around here is actually where I want to place it, which I do realize the Ninja is not currently underneath the village. But the thing is, I'll be building this towards the Monkey City later anyways, which gets bonus range, and I'll probably have the top cross path on it too. Checking up on the bank though, we have 6.4k in this currently. Not bad. Ooh, round 27, I'm gonna struggle here. I already know it. All right, let's go Benjamin ability now. And that should be able to defend this round, maybe. First on everything now. I'm gonna need lead popping power for round 28 though, I've just now realized. I think I'll just take the cheap way out and get a bomb shooter, which I'd probably just end up selling later. That only added $300 to my score. And the bank should be maxed out here in a second, right? Or pretty much maxed. Let's collect you. And what should I do with the money? I've got a couple of options. One of them is I could get a Monkey Town, or I could get range on this village and get 2 more banks possible. And I can't afford another one. Okay. Now here's the thing with the banks. I think the top cross path allows it to fill about 2 rounds faster than no cross path. But mathematically speaking, I'm not entirely sure if it's worth to spend this 1100 to cut 2 rounds of fill time. I think I will end up spending the money on the pathing actually, just to have it consistent so all 3 banks are the same. Now it might seem weird farming like this. I didn't even really explain why I'm spamming banks. What am I doing here, guys? Normally you see me going for a Monkeyopolis, getting BRFs, all that stuff. But here's why I'm spamming banks. is actually the most efficient farming method if you're not spending that much money on farms, which I won't be in this event, and you don't care about snowballing that much. Due to the fact the bank averages the most income per round compared to its cost, especially if you can discount it with the monkey commerce and buff it with Benjamin. So yeah, I'm hoping these 3 banks is literally all of the farming I need for this event. But my next plan here is I want to get this to a monkey town or in a monkey city soon. I think after I get a max cash out from these banks, I'll be able to do that pretty comfortably. Ooh, unfortunately though, I definitely need more defense around 38. Even if I use Benjamin ability, that's not going to give me enough. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm actually going to add an ice tower of all things. And the reason behind this guy is I want to freeze the water, since I'll be building a ninja army for some of these future defense. And I frankly will just need the extra space to place ninjas down. And since I am freezing the water, it's going to allow me to get another discount village in here. So then underneath double discount, we can add another ninja, which will help me defend round 38. All right, let's collect these guys for 27.6k. That's pretty awesome. And I think with that money, I'm going to get this guy to a monkey city, and alongside of that, I need to buy something to actually defend the boss. Probably sell these random towers now too. I don't really need the bomb, submarine, or dart monkey. And there's 2 ways I could take my defense. One of them is keep it pretty simple and get a sticky bomb, work towards a master bomber. The only issue with that play is I'm not sure if I'd afford master bomber in time. So that leads me to door number 2, which is still getting a sticky bomb, and that'll probably deal a good amount of the damage, and then pairing that sticky bomb with some balloon jutsus and a glue strike. And I think that's what I'm going to decide on, and probably build a jungle drums on this pretty soon too. Also, one other nice part about my monkey city location with Benjamin is the monkey city will be buffing Benjamin's income by 20%. So we'd love to see that too. Maybe I should have used the glue strike right away. I'm kind of waiting to use it against the Lich Soul. I'm not sure if that's smart or not. Let's use it now. Am I good against this guy? Took me a decent amount of time to pop that Lich Soul, but we did it. Lich Soul number 2. Glue strike again. Oh, we have a undead mob to deal with as well. We're fine against that. Probably should get a second glue strike once I get the chance as well, as I'm not really going to be able to rely on just one glue strike to deal with all of the souls and whatnot. Let's get a third Bloon Jitsu in here. Glue strike again. Come on. Defend. No way, am I dead against those? This is actually annoying. I don't know if I can defend those undead stuff. Let's use Benjamin ability to buff the damage a little bit. Yeah, I'm not defending those. Okay. Let's go back to round 40. And I will test option number 2. Just saving for the Master Bomber. With this play, I'm actually intentionally going to wait before I even buy Sticky Bomb as well. Because if I hit a skull when I don't have Master Bomber, I'm not sure if I'll be able to deal with like the Lich Soul in time, if that makes sense. But yeah, I need to save up in total, what, 45k? That's going to take a while. Actually, I do need a Sticky Bomb here because I'm going to die against that Moab if I don't get Sticky Bomb. Yeah, I don't think I can hit the skull here. The Sticky Bomb is just too strong. Hitting that skull makes me die because I'm not going to defend the insides, as I was saying. Oh, I've got a 200 IQ play. Look at this. We can place our free dart monkeys I'm getting from the Monkey City and then sell them to heal Lich, thus delaying me hitting the skull. But I'm not sure if that'll delay it enough. Yeah, it's not going to delay it enough. Even if I collect this at this point, I'm still... Man, I'll make this work if it's the last thing I do. I guess in theory I could wait to sell these random towers as well, that I was selling anyways, which will allow me to heal Lich even more. Okay, sell the random towers now, and start placing and selling the free dart monkeys. Please just say heal Lich enough where I don't pop the first skull this round. I still think I'm going to pop the first skull this round. How much do the banks cash out for? Yeah, I don't have the money for that. Man. Okay, I think I finally found a solution for this. By adding that sniper but at a lower tier early, it should allow me to defend all of the random Moabs that come out without buying a Sticky Bomb early. And then by delaying the Sticky Bomb purchase, I don't think I'll hit the first skull of a Lich yet. Alright, sell our free dart monkeys now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Got Lich back to full HP. That's good. How much do the banks have in them? A decent amount. Dude. Again, gonna die against that Moab now. I think I need to buy Sticky Bomb this round. Yes, I think I did. Don't pop Lich Skull now. Lich has escaped the range of the Sticky Bomb, but the thing about the Master Bomber is it has global range, so I think the Master Bomber can pick up the rest of the HP on the back end. So let's collect the banks now, Master Bomber up, and that should be able to deal with everything else, ideally. Oh my gosh, beating tier 1 was a little bit more difficult than I thought. At least with trying to maximize, like, least cash savings and whatnot. Master Bomber should make pretty quick work of the rest of this HP. And I'm trying to think if I want to add any more farms. I don't know if we need more farms. Like, I'm not sure how much power these 3 banks have. I'm considering getting a 4th bank. The only problem is a 4th bank would not be underneath the... Actually, wait, I can get it underneath the village. Yeah, let's add a 4th bank. I'm pretty sure it's needed. It's definitely just best to get it early instead of waiting until I know I need more farms, and then at that point, I would just be getting it too late where it wouldn't be able to make much income, you know what I'm saying? But 4 banks underneath a Monkey City village, and then getting buffed by Benjamin as well. I think this will be enough farming to get our Ninja Paragon, which I'm planning on getting during the tier 4 defense. So I'll be able to wait until like round 105 or something to get the Ninja Paragon is my thoughts. But yeah, it's a nice feeling to be done with farming towers. At this point, we probably just start spamming the heck out of ninjas. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Do I want to add another village first? And maybe one more ice tower? Let me just test and see how many ninjas I can fit to begin with if I don't add another ice tower. Okay, I can get about 17 ninjas or so underneath the Monkey City, which is decent, but not perfect. But if I were to add another ice tower and then get a second village somewhere around here, this would allow me to get a lot more. But it's more expensive. I think I will take the safe route, because I'm pretty sure to defend the tier 3 boss, which I'm planning on doing with a ninja defense, obviously, since I'll be building the Paragon on tier 4, I'll need the extra ninjas to do that. We've spent 100k so far, by the way, and before the tier 2 defense starts, I definitely want to get those glue strikes back that I was talking about on tier 1. I'm going to get 2 of them in particular, and let's also get a Grandmaster Ninja basically in the center here, and I'll start getting some Shinobi tactics as well. I'm thinking this tier 2 defense should be pretty easy with our current setup. Master Bomber could probably solo tier 2 on its own, and on top of that, obviously, I have a lot of other defenses. Let's glue strike the soul. There we go. Oh, what I could also do this tier, might as well, is just replace all of our free darts. That way I can farm more ninja pops during this tier. This is probably my favorite bossing technique. The free dart monkey buy sell against Lich for extra pops. I love it. Okay, that's half the HP down now. How much HP does the tier 3 boss have, by the way? Let me look that up. Alright, tier 3 has 1.1 million, which is a quite large step up from the 180,000 I'm dealing with here. But I think I'll be able to deal with 1.1 million if I add a Crippa Moab on the sniper, maybe get an embrittlement in here too, and then spam some more ninjas on top of that. And then you also have to remember, we spam sold dart monkeys for this defend too, so it's not like I'm necessarily dealing with only 180,000 HP boss. Either way, the tier 2 boss has been defended. One more dart monkey cell, and there you go. Okay, we've spent 200k so far. Let me do some math real quick. The Ascended Shadow costs 500k, and then I've also got to buy Grand Saboteur, which is another like 30k. So if I only bought those 2 things, we'd be sitting at 730k so far as a total score, and my goal was sub 800k. Which doesn't leave me much more room to build the Crippa Moab and stuff. But I think we can still do it, maybe. Now, Benjamin has helped me quite a bit in this boss event, as we've talked about. But one area where Geraldo would definitely be better than Ben is for this tier 3 defense, because Geraldo pairs really well with the ninjas, since if you give the ninja a Jerry's Fire, the Shinobi stacks actually benefit the Jerry Fire as well. Which means with the Benjamin setup, I'm probably gonna have to spend a little bit more money for this tier 3 defense than if I had a Geraldo setup. But with Geraldo, my early game farming definitely wouldn't have been near as good. And Benjamin regains those lives I was talking about, which will be helpful later, so maybe Geraldo could have been better than Ben. I still think Benjamin was the correct decision though. Alright, we've made it to round 79. I think at this point I'm gonna add the Grand Saboteur, because why the heck not? And then might as well round off the rest of these Shinobis. Okay, unfortunately, the ninjas still don't have 20 stacks. I can get another one right here, kind of sneaked in. They can actually get extra stacks though. If I use the Grand Saboteur ability, it increases the range of my Shinobis. So then the Shinobis can buff more of the Jutsus. And I think the Grand Saboteur ability also increases the damage of the Shinobis as well. But here's tier 3. I'm first gonna see how we look without building a Crippa Moab. I'm guessing I need it. Let's start this thing off though. Glue Strike, Grand Saboteur ability. Yeah, with that active, you can see the ninjas have 20 stacks, or most of them. So it does make a difference. Glue Strike again. And then I'll Glue Strike the insides. First skull got taken care of with relatively quickly. That's a good sign. I still feel like we're not gonna have enough damage though. The main issue here is our ninja army is not gonna be able to reach Lich for like the second half of the track, which means I need to do basically all of the work in the first half. All right, there's 3 skulls down. Cripple Moab should basically double the damage output of these guys though. They deal 1 damage to begin with. They're getting +2 from the glue strike, +1 sometimes from the embrittlement. So if I have all of those buffs active, these would be dealing 4 damage. Oh, why is it on last, by the way? Put on first. But yeah, +5 from the cripple will make a huge difference. Let's just see how close I get, regardless. Am I dead against the soul? Yeah, I am. Okay. Time to get the cripple mo up. That puts my score at 294k so far. But let's see if this makes the difference. Glue strike. Yeah, we dealt with that Lich Soul really quickly. Oh! The cripple's stunning a undead BFB at the very back of the map. That's not good. Because if we stunned a chains thing in the back, that basically means the boss is invulnerable until it's unstunned, which it's happening basically every skull, unfortunately. Oh man, that actually might just be the downfall of this defend. In hindsight, I should have put my sniper somewhere like here, where its line of sight was blocked from the start of the track, and then that issue would not be happening. I still might have the damage here though. There's a chance. 2 skulls remaining, come on. It's just gonna be the Lich Souls that are difficult for me to deal with at the end here. Alright, we got that one dealt with. Only 1 Lich Soul remaining. This last soul's probably gonna suck, though. Pop it. No, that's not gonna pop the last soul. I think I can optimize this. I had bad glue strike timings I was realizing last time. So if I get the timing of those down, where the glue strike's basically always active on the boss, that should make a pretty big difference with how much damage I'm dealing. Alright, take 2 at this. I'm definitely ahead on the damage. But this last Lich Soul is what's gonna count once again. Glue strike now. Come on, Master Bomber, defend the Lich Soul. And Cripple Mob, both of them attacking it. Yes! We defended it. Okay, I think I've got this unlocked then. 100k HP remaining. 60k HP remaining. We can actually even greed a little bit of pops here, I think. Not much, but I can have my Master Bomber do a little bit more work. How much does that add to the health? It adds like 10k for every sell and rebuy. Okay, I might have actually sold rebought a little bit too often. Come on, Master Bomber. Defend the rest of the HP, please. 11k, 8k, 5, 2. Oh, we did it still. Oh no, I have now realized a pretty big problem though. If you have a keen eye, I only have 170k, and I'm probably gonna need to build this Ninja Paragon in about 15 rounds from now. I don't know how I'm gonna have enough money. On the bright side, I can sell a decent amount of things. Let me just see how much sell power I have. If I'm at 182 right now, and I sell basically everything that's not a ninja, that gives me almost 100,000 more. Okay. And hopefully pretty soon here I'll have level 17 Benjamin, which will buff his income to 5k per round, technically 6k per round because I'll have the Monkey City buffing it by 20% too. So there's a chance I can still afford this Ninja Paragon in time, but I think I'm gonna cut it pretty close with these 4 banks. One thing I'm gonna do before this tier 4 defense starts is put all of these ninjas on last as well. Just so then when the boss is out, they're focusing the regular balloons and popping them quickly, which will grant me more money and probably more ninja pops than if they just focus the boss. All right, I've got a max bank collect right now on round 98. That puts me at 320k, so I'm about 100k off of affording the Ninja Paragon right now with selling the things. Oh, dude, this is gonna be so close, whether or not I can pull off the affording. Here we go, tier 5 defense, or tier 4 defense, what am I saying? You guys know what I'm trying to say. Now, I most likely won't be able to deal with any of the skulls of this. I can try and see if I can deal with the Lich Soul, but if I can't, then we can just buy and sell Dart Monkeys to make sure I don't hit a skull before we get the Paragon. I need Benjamin to really carry my income here. That 6k per round is so nice at this point. We're about to hit that first skull. Let's see if we can deal with the soul. I'm guessing the answer to that is no, but maybe there's a chance. Oh, I have most of my ninjas on last targeting anyways, so that's probably not going to work out in my favor. Yeah, I'm dead to the soul. Alright, we have over 400k saved up now. I think I'm actually pretty close to affording the Ninja Paragon at this point. How much? Let me try going for it now and see if I have enough money. Sell these. Sell those. These. Yes, I have enough money. Okay. Which ninja do I want to build into the Paragon? I can't believe I pulled this off. I think this ninja? What degree am I looking at? 49. Wait a second. Before I do that, I can actually keep my glue strikes, I think. It's really not going to add basically any damage, but might as well keep them just, I don't know. Every little bit helps, you know? Did I get this early enough? That's my next question. To deal with the rest of the HP. I think it should have it early enough. The sticky just does an absurd amount of damage. I don't actually know if I got this early enough. Wait a second. The problem is it takes 2 stickies to deal with the skull, so I have to wait 3 stickies basically per section. And then, oh, that undead ZOMG is costing me. Stupid undead ZOMG. Come on, I need to deal with this soul. If I deal with this soul, I think I'm good. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm good now. Let's go! I can't believe we afforded the Ninja Paragon there, guys. I'm actually so hype about that. We pretty much went for the perfect amount of farms. If I went for any more, it would be overspending on farms. If I went for any less, then I wouldn't be able to afford it. And yeah, if this works out, it will be a score of sub 800k. There's definitely places I could have cut money, maybe with more efficient, like, village spots, or better ice placements. I wouldn't need, like, 2 Arctic winds. Those wouldn't make a giant difference in my score. We're talking, like, couple thousand here and there. But yeah, now the plan's pretty simple. We just sit back, relax, and hope this guy can defend. I don't think my Ninja Paragon location is very good either, now that I'm looking at his range. It definitely would have been more effective to have him right around here, because if I had the ninja in this location, it would be able to hit the bottom path with the main attack, and probably still be able to hit the top path for the boss, compared to my current location, which just has no coverage of the bottom. But let's see. 24 million HP. Come on, Ninja, you got this. I can also use Benjamin's level 10 ability to downgrade some of the blimps that spawn in, which I don't know if that'll make any difference, but I can do it. Oh, might as well use the glue strike as well while I have the chance. Alright, first skull dealt with relatively easily. It's gonna be the Lich Souls at the end that I'm worried about. As per usual, it's the Lich Souls that give you the biggest scare. Because if you have enough damage to deal with that last Lich Soul, then you're gonna have enough damage to deal with the HP after you hit that skull. At least most of the time. We've hit those first 3 skulls pretty quickly though. That's good. Wait a second. Those Moabs actually went some way. Let's use another downgrade from Benjamin. Alright, skull number 4. Ooh, that one took a little bit longer to deal with. I feel like I'm not defending those final Lich Souls, guys. Wait, I died! The HP! Oh my gosh, Benjamin doesn't give me enough HP! No way. I didn't even realize that either. Okay, I think I have one option. And that is adding a bomb into a bomb blitz. Now, this obviously hurts my score a lot, but the advantage of the bomb blitz, if you didn't know, is it actually insta-kills the Lich Soul with the passive ability, which is really OP against Lich, because that'll save me so much time on this defend that the Ninja Paragon was spending trying to deal with those Lich Souls. And also save me lives, because the Lich Souls are going to tick less to steal the lives. You can see here it just insta-killed after the first life loss. Now, I'm pretty sure the Bomb Blitz cooldown, I don't actually remember what it is, but it's not fast enough where you can use that ability against every single skull. I think it will use it against every other skull, is the timing of it. Let's see, yeah, I didn't use it against this one. That's fine. But let's see if this 5th tier gives us the extra juice I need. It's such a, like, unlikely tower. You wouldn't expect the Bomb Blitz to help much, but it's actually one of the best boss towers, especially against Lich. I always recommend getting this guy. And we're still at 100 life count, so still tank a couple more Lich Soul things. Oh, that undead ZOMG. Those undead ZOMGs are really what costs me a lot of time. I think I've got to deal with this last Lich Soul, or this one right here, with the Ninja Paragon. And then if I can do that, I've got the Bomb Blitz for the final one. Come on. One more sticky. Wait, I defended it. Last possible second on that too. Oh, but I don't think I have the damage against the boss, actually. This is a problem. This is a problem. Yeah, my Ninja Paragon location is just not good. Bomb Blitz can deal with this soul. Yep. But I'm pretty sure the Ninja Paragon can't pick up the rest of this HP on the back end. It does what, 300k per sticky? Wait a second. Maybe it can. This is like a crazy close defense. I think it goes down to like 1 life twice. But the Bomb Blitz appears to have actually made the difference. 2 more stickies, come on. 1 more sticky. No way. What a close boss event. It was so close to affording the Ninja Paragon. It was so close on tier 5. Unfortunately, did not get under the 800k score that I was aiming for, but still got pretty close to it. And I think that'll be near top 5 on the leaderboard. I'll see. That actually puts me 7th. Man, there's a lot of scores that were in that low 800k range. I wonder if these guys used a similar strategy to me. Either way, definitely a fun boss event with the Ninja Paragon. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe. I'm like out. Peace. Have a good one, guys.